I really want to highlight this album on my channel. Now, whether it's synchronicity, just because I like that kind of music, or a mixture of both, you know, the way life's been rolling for a long time, and I think getting a little bit older as well, being a proper middle-aged geezer, I love the extreme metal, death metal, thrash metal, all that. I mean, I love it, right? Used to play it, live it, breathe it. But I always had this soft spot for this. I mean, I guess I could say new wave of British heavy metal, you know, Maiden, that kind of thing, of course. But I always had this soft spot for Paradise Lost. And what Paradise Lost did was mix gothic rock in with metal / doom / I guess you could say slow thrash, if you like, a little bit of that kind of chuggy influence. And this has caught on. Lots of bands do it these days. I don't know if Paradise Lost were the first, but they were certainly one of the first, if not the first that I ever came across, for sure. And I had a mate at the time. He used to love gothic rock, and he was like, "Oh well, yeah, that sounds like Sisters of Mercy or Fields of the Nephilim, that bit, or whatever." And it's very difficult to pinpoint exactly what makes a style. You kind of have to be into it. You have to live it. It's all kinds of things, even down to the subject matter of the lyrics, all this kind of stuff. But it's a perfect crossover. And so Paradise Lost, always been into them since the album Icon came out, when I was a long-haired teenager. And just recently, Insomnium have really captured my imagination. I listen to them very, very often. Looking forward to the new album very, very much. And as I've talked about before, my artwork, the influence of Broderick Wallace has found its way into the very lexicon of Insomnium through another artist noticing my work and I was going to say ripping it off, but we'll just leave it a very strong influence. That's the power of magic. Anyway, it's wonderful to be on an Insomnium t-shirt. I am honoured. Anyway, this particular style of music. So we've got Insomnium. These are the ones recently. Insomnium and Draconian, especially due to one particular album and one particular song on that album. And along comes Woods of Ypres. I was just about to talk about that In Flames album. I can't even remember the name of it right now. Oh God, the one with the what is it? The one where the character is got like a dark cloak on, and it's all got that kind of crow feel to it. Eye the Mask, that's it. There seems to be something about Eye the Mask that was resonant as well. But just really that particular album. Anyway, Woods of Ypres. What's really, really special about this album is that it's the last one by the band in 2012, as you can see. And David Gold. Unfortunately, your main man, singer, songwriter, rhythm player as well, by the looks of it, and piano, all kinds of stuff. I've only just discovered this band, so I'm not. I've got to be careful. I don't want to make any mistakes. But I'm just bowled over by this album, and it's so sad as well. And the prescience involved, it's very uncanny. I feel so sad that this young man died shortly after creating this masterpiece. Now, yes, we have the metal / gothic rock thing going on, which is always beautiful and haunting and so in tune with those beautiful dark nights. Walking across the fields, looking at the moon and the stars and spending time in the woods and all that lovely stuff. Thinking about lost love and things we do, or rather not accepting lost love. Anyway, this album, I almost wanted to say, there is a grief here for someone he used to love. This is so evident and so heartbreaking. Someone he, I'm just judging this by the lyrics. He obviously dearly loved someone that he lost, and he never got over it. And there's a little bit, it sort of wavers here and there. There's something about understanding why people believe in God. Then there's something about, when we die, that's it. That kind of, so you can tell he's kind of got that nihilism creeping in, but has an artistic heart, so he obviously feels the eternity, that instinct for eternity. And I think, in my opinion, I want to be very respectful here. So there's times when I'm listening to this where I can identify so much, and there's times I feel like I want to step in, like I just want to go back in time and I want to say, oh, I can see why you feel that way. I wish I could impart something, and it just breaks my heart, this album. And the funny thing about the front cover is that that's the pose that you adopt as you're listening to it. Not the first couple of times, but once you give it 3 or 4 spins and you start getting used to the songs, you sit there like that with your head in your hands, like, oh, this is just genius. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. Even, in terms of some of the lyrics that I don't agree with, it's still beautiful because it captures that nihilism and that struggle. And there is a strange dissonance there, and a beauty and a tragedy. But what's strange is how there's one song in particular, and let me find the exact title. I want to get the title exactly right. Kiss My Ashes, in brackets, goodbye, as it's written here. I mean, if this isn't a strange prescience in terms of future events, I don't know what is. I don't know exactly what to think about that, but that's how I discovered this band, because on another channel, another video, this was highlighted as one of the saddest songs ever written, and I agree. And I've read a few comments here and there. They talk about this was how he wanted to be remembered. He was writing from that point of view, and then for him to sadly die young is really, really awful. And But I just want to say, what an amazing legacy. What a gifted human being. And it's rare that you can just pick up an album and within just a few days, you know this is always going to be close. You know, I definitely have to explore all of the previous albums, and I feel like I want to get to know the guy more, and yeah. So in a way, I guess this is a kind of tribute to my shock of discovering a band and being so moved by them so quickly, and if this helps spread this guy's music, then I would be very happy about that. And obviously, my respect to the rest of the band and previous members. Like I say, I'm not really schooled up on all of the details. So, but there we go. Woods of Ypres. Number 5. Grey Skies and Electric Light. I thoroughly recommend this work of art.